Hello, everyone. And as promised, well, when I say as promised, I've been asked this morning. I was doing a live, and somebody said, "Please do an 8 a.m. dog walk." It's not 8 a.m. It's midday, I think. And so here we are. I'm keeping the camera still, but I'm hoping you have got a good signal wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining in JP Clark's and my live last week, and thank you all of you for the feedback. Oh, I can see lots of gardening minds here. It's really, really lovely to see you. And look at this day. So in honour of this blue sky, I'm not going to move around the phone too much, but in honour of this blue sky, Basil and I, as promised, are joining you. And this is the landscape that we used to walk through 5 years ago during lockdown, and nothing's changed here really. A few trees have been cleared, but essentially it's the same, and I'm waiting for the bluebells, which will be the next thing that come up. The wood anemones, the bluebells, primroses, in no particular order. Thank you so much for all your comments. It's International Women's Day today, and thank you so much for the comments on today's post. I thought it was really important to celebrate all those amazing women who come together each year to build the flower show gardens at Chelsea with me, and they are great. I'm going to have a look at what I've written about there, but they are really great. And there's a sneak preview of one of the roses. We have lots and lots and lots of roses, and I will be talking. I'm just looking at your comments, and I will be telling you more about those in the Zoom that I have just put up. I can't remember because I'm out. I can't remember the date of it, but it's a Tuesday night, and I really hope you can make that day, because it'll be the first reveal, the first time really when I talk to you about the plans. I know I've dropped comments here and there about what's going on, but there'll be a few more details. Now I'm moving the phone around, and I know on Instagram Lives that sometimes is a bit peculiar, but I'm hoping this will do it. Look, hang on, here I am. That is a dog lead around my neck, and Basil's now looking at me as if to say, "But why are you not looking at me?" So there's so much to tell you. There is so. I'm just looking at the comments before I saw. Julia, thank you. The Zoom is on the 1st of April, and it is at 6 o'clock UK time. So hopefully you'll be able to make that wherever you are. And there's so much to tell you. I've written a little bit about the women who are on the Glasshouse programme. The Glasshouse is the organisation that I'm creating the garden for at this year's Chelsea, and they're terrific. I mean, you can read more about what they do on their website or in any of my links, but essentially they're an organisation that go into women's prisons and work with women who are on day release, so nearing the end of their sentences, who are then trained in horticulture and get a training before they come out. And when you think that some of these women have never held a plant before in their lives, some of them are learning to read, it really does make you think about opportunity. I talk a lot about opportunity in the acknowledgements of my book. Thank you for buying my new book, everybody, as well. Thank you. I talk about the fact that I've been lucky. I've had an education. I know how to read. I had from family support, people who have helped me all the way along the way. And if you haven't got any of that, things can be very, very different. So it's really, really worth having a look at what they do. And I really want you to be involved in this garden, in the sense of following along its developments. I thought I didn't want to start too early with it, so round about the beginning of April you're going to get the preview. and the Zoom at the beginning of April. So I might give a preview. I'll start that again. Sort of in about 2 weeks' time, I'll start giving little previews on Substack, followed by other social media. But Substack is always first, especially for paid members. You always get the first news, and then the Zoom will also be for paid members. And thank you. I'm just going to take this opportunity to say a massive thank you to you all for subscribing. But to the paying subscribers, thank you so much, because it enables me to spend those days a week on the Gardening Mind, and also it enables me to support other writers who come and do guest posts on the Gardening Mind, and I know one of them is here today. I can see you on the live, and also artists who I'm working with as well. If you've seen the gardening jobs, the what to do's and what not to do's, trademark, then you'll have seen that I'm working with a fabulous artist called Helen Stark, who I found here on Substack. And isn't it a great network? I love how Substack has got the lives, the all the things that other social media has, but we're all together under sort of one umbrella, and it just feels really natural and, dare I say it, authentic. There's no sort of silly editing or jumping out from behind curtains and doing silly stuff that places like Instagram want you to do. Anyway, I'm just saying that. That's why I don't do a lot of videos over there. But I love Substack, and I love our community. I can see you all there. I'm just going to say a quick hello to a few people. Joanna, Hilary, oh, hello Julia, hello all of you, hello Angela, hello Claudia, Lindsay, loads and loads, Mrs. Neva, Chris, yes, it is International Women's Day, indeed, Anna, all of you, Cordula, Maria, thank you, Hannah, loads and loads and loads of you. I won't read out everybody's names, but thank you so much for joining in this. And I just wondered, could you give me some feedback, because this is a bit of a test today. I'm just going to move the camera. If I turn the camera back round, there you go. I'm just going to move it. Does the picture go fuzzy when I move it? Because on the 8 a.m. live dog walks, I used to move the camera around, but obviously here I'm keeping it still because I know that the picture can go a bit fuzzy. So I'm just checking to see what's going on here and whether it goes bananas. And if it does, I'll stop moving it. But I thought you want to have a look at here's the mud. You don't want to look at that. But in this a few weeks' time, maybe 4 weeks' time, there are going to be bluebells. I hope it's 4 weeks' time, because if it's any later than that, that means the season is later, which means some of my plants for Chelsea might not be as far along as I'd hope them to be. Oh my goodness. I often ask myself now, round about this stage, when I'm comparing photos of what the garden looked like last year and all my daffodils that were out, whereas this year all my daffodils are still, apart from one or two, they're in flower, but the things like the cowslips are out really early, weirdly, all the primroses are out. But I do ask myself why on earth I do this every time, why I would try to create a garden in 19 days that looks like it's been there forever. And hello, Basil. And all at the whim and the mercy of nature. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Because it's fun. It's for a brilliant cause. And because really is because of the group of women that all come together to create it, as I was saying at the beginning of this live. Basil, I'm going to carry on for a minute. This is, I don't know if any of you remember but come on, Basil. Remember the sort of the birdie, where have you gone? Oh, you're down there. This is the sort of the birdie bit. And already the birds are peeping. Can you hear them? Don't know what that bird is. My Chirpomatic app hasn't been used for quite a while. And I think I might have to start getting it out again. We haven't got any birders here. Have we got any people who know their birds? How? That's so bad of me to assume that we've got no bird watching or bird. Oh, now, what's the word I want? Ornithologists. That's the word I want. Here, we might have. You might be able to recognise the birds if I shush. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. Anyway, it's but this transforms this landscape over the next few weeks. It's going to green up, and soon I'll be walking under a tunnel of green, which is very exciting. And just around the corner from here, after the bluebells, the orchids come up, and it's pretty terrific. But at this time of year, I'm just in awe of everything popping, of little buds everywhere. This morning, the catkins are on the tree there. Oh, it really is just the most beautiful walk. And how is it that a week ago I had to really drag myself out to slosh through the mud, whereas now I cannot wait. I mean, I know it's midday, but it's a Saturday. Normally it's an 8 o'clock walk. Listen to those birds. It's hard to believe, isn't it? So the bluebells they're all going to pop up along here and over in those woods. Here, this is a mass of bluebells and orchids. Oh, just looking at a few more of your comments. Do a few more of your. Can you hear? That's so lovely. Now, I'm sure if this were David Attenborough doing this, he'd be a lot better than me saying. He wouldn't be saying, "Oh, it's so lovely." Oh, look! But you can see. If I go over, hang on. If I go over here, you can just see the bluebells starting to come up. All those little tiny swords of green sticking out of the soil under the tree there, just by the root of the tree, are going to be a mass of blue later on. And look at this. I love this view, because in a few weeks' time, that's just going to be a mass of green with a little sliver of a trickle of a stream appearing beneath. And looking at this stream, Basil, please don't go in there, Basil. Basil. It's my Sybil Faulty impression. Looking at the stream, I'm thinking I've got to create a natural looking stream for Chelsea. Who knows if I'm going to be able to do it. Basil, are you building a dam? Basil? Basil? Oh, that was exciting. I bet you didn't know you could do that. That's the first time he's been under there. That's hilarious. Basil. Oh, what did you do? What were you actually doing? Did you go in a tunnel? That's so funny. What was that? Anyway, I will be creating a stream. Oh, and the trick is with Chelsea to make these gardens look as if they've been there forever. And we've got 19 days in which to do it. So what I can say now to you is that this week the team have been busily laying out stones and getting them in the right pattern and getting them in a state where we can transport them to Chelsea. But I'll be telling you more about that on the 1st of April. Should we go on a bit? Basil, extra bonus. We are going to go on this way because the day is so beautiful. I'm so glad that the picture quality is okay. I think Instagram have been Substack have been working on this. I could turn the camera around, but actually, why don't I take you on this walk with me for a bit? That's quite fun. As you can see now, this is exciting because this has been, well, you can probably see, sheep have been here for the last 7 weeks. So this is one of the first days that this has been back open to us. So we are going to, Basil, do not eat the sheep pea. This is very exciting. Oh, it's so lovely. Look at the skies. I hope you've got blue skies where you are. We've had this for a week. Well, I've been in the Cotswolds for a few days. I was at a beautiful house called Rodmartin Manor in the Cotswolds doing a talk for the Generous Gardener. And it was the first talk on my book that I've done. The launch is next Tuesday at the Garden Museum. It's sold out, but there are a few more events, and they're all different. They're all different in different ways, obviously, and they are just the talks are. We've got one at the Victoria and Albert Museum, the V&A. There is one now, a new one, which is at the Star in Alfriston, which is a beautiful hotel. I'm going to be there for an hour, just having a chat and a glass of something fizzy with you, I hope, and a book signing. And then I'm also going to be, where am I? There's Gravetime Manor, which is a lunch. So all sorts of things. And I'm doing a talk in Philadelphia for our American members, and a talk at Sevenoaks Bookshop, and a talk at my little local beautiful craft shop called Greenfinch, which is lovely. And I've got another 2 really good events coming. Oh, did you see those 2 birds? Just sort of, that was like being in Snow White. I don't know if you saw them just sort of dip down and kind of meet and then part in front of Basil. Oh, I'm going to have to look. I'll look at the recording and see whether you can see that. That was just so lovely. It was a real Snow White moment in the Disney film. Do you remember? And I was going to tell you something. Oh, there was something really important. That's the trouble with doing these things. I've got no notes. Talks, V&A, Sevenoaks, Gravetye. The Gravetye winner has already been notified. I'm so sorry if you didn't get that. But there'll be plenty more. There are plenty more giveaways for various events. But I cannot remember what I was going to say, but something just struck me then. And but I'm looking forward. Lots of you are coming to the Garden Museum on Tuesday. I know, I've remembered what it is. So I don't know if you saw in my post today, because I cannot believe how many members we have from all over the world. There are members in 162 countries, I think, and 50 US states. I mean, it's amazing. But we haven't got, as I was looking on the map and checking, we do have a member in Peru, amazing. We have a member in Iceland, amazing. But we don't have any members in Svalbard. Now, I know there aren't many gardens in Svalbard, but I would so love it if we got a Gardening Mind subscriber from Svalbard. Wouldn't that be amazing? Just because. So if you, I'd love it if you shared that post, if you're watching this, and if you were to share that post, that would be so kind of you. Only if we can get that Svalbard subscriber. I don't know. Just joined, Rosie T. You've just joined from Niagara in Canada. I just love this. Where are you all? Tell us all where you all are. If you are already a member, you'll know about the chat. Rosie, look out for the chat tomorrow. So on a Sunday, but you can post any day. But I started off every Sunday morning. We have a Show Us Your Plots chat where we take photos of, you don't have to have a garden. It can be anywhere that you've seen that's green, might be in the week, that before snap that you've taken, or go out into your garden that very moment and post photos of what you can see right there. And it's so lovely to have this kind of record of what's going on through the year. It's so fun, and I know lots of friendships have been forged that way. So for new subscribers, oh my goodness, hang on a second. Oh, I just saw the most amazing bird. Not that one. Oh yeah, look. Right, what is that? You're going to tell me it's a pheasant or something, but there was something huge that just went by. Where is it? I'm going to keep going that way. See, that's what happens. Turn it round to me, and we miss the main event. It was an amazing bird. It was some sort of bird of prey. It really was. I do know the difference between a pheasant and a bird of prey, just about. But it was extraordinary. Seeing if any of you noticed that. Just looking back at your comments. So Rosie, your snow just melted. Oh, so does that mean spring is going to be on its way soon for you too? I hope so. But do come and join the chat. The chat is lovely. And I said lots of friendships have been forged and made, and people are meeting up together as well. I know there was a meetup in Scotland a few months ago. We're sharing, if anybody's coming to the Chelsea Flower Show, we're kind of sharing on the chat which days everybody's coming. So I will do that again. I will sort of get everybody together a bit before and try and work out a list of who's going on what day, so that you can all arrange to meet up, and that would be fun. How much fun would that be? Right, I think it's time for me. I just wanted to get to here because this is one of Basil's favourite spots. There you are. Happiness is a dog on a walk. Thank you so much for joining in. There you go. That's our first Saturday dog walk, live dog walk. And let me know if you want me to do more of them. Let me know on the chat. Bye.